Cinema. It's supposed to be big. It's supposed to be sexy. I believe that's a quote by Steven Spielberg. Steven, please don't tell me to. Please don't hit me with the cease and desist. I found this movie recently that Steven Spielberg had nothing to do with, but reminded me of him. Santa Jaws. You're probably thinking, oh, it's probably some shitty horror movie with bad acting. It is, but so is Jaws. Don't tell me there's not bad acting in Jaws. There is. There is.
What kind? What kind of shark?
It's a tiger shark.
A what?
Look, the parallels between Santa Jaws and actual Jaws are very few. But look, it's the title that got me to watch the movie. And it's a story that got me to stay. Now you're probably wondering, how did a movie like this slip through the cracks? Honestly, I think it's because it came out in a post 9/11 world, but a pre-COVID world. It's like the perfect time to be forgotten about. You know what I mean? But this movie is like Harold and the Purple Crayon on a crack, all right? It's like a 5-year-old's 2 favorite things. They were just like, yo, Tommy, what are your 2 favorite things? He was like, I like Santa, I like Jaws, all right? And they were like, let's make a movie about it, all right? I figured there's no better way to jump into this movie than to just watch the opening scene, because you're gonna be as confused as I was, I promise. I just want to know who the production assistant who had to toss all the ornaments in the water was, because they tossed so many. There's so many ornaments being tossed in that water. Who is the PA forced to do that? Just... You want more? More? I mean, I got like 20 more. Okay, green ones? Yeah, I got some green ones. More? Yeah, I got red ones.
Oh, Jenny, you've been naughty. The spirit of Christmas demands a sacrifice.
Kind of making me a little horny, you know? Bad acting, I associate it with porn, so like, bonk.
Somebody save me!
Better watch out. You better not die.
I'm a little hot and bothered right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Stop right there, Santa.
Casey! Casey, I knew you'd come.
This should be Johnny Sins, though. This should absolutely be Johnny Sins. There's no excuse.
You gonna shoot me like a naughty little boy?
Ooh. I don't like that line. Ugh. Anytime you call somebody a naughty boy, it's just, ugh. God, it's like, you know, people have those trigger words like moist. Ugh. Naughty boy.
Or fight me like a man?
No sugar cookies for you. You're gonna eat your words.
Oh, he's got jingle nuts.
And a very good night to you.
Dude, my favorite thing about this scene is Santa's nipples, bro. Fighting gets him rock hard. Look at those suckers. You could cut ice with those boys. You could cut ice with those boys, for sure, for sure.
See you in Jingle Hell.
saved me.
Oh, yee. I don't know if I like that moan. That was not a sigh of relief. I know it probably said sigh of relief in the script. That was a moan, but I mean it fits the energy. It does fit the energy. Man, we're only 2 minutes and 20 seconds into this movie. It's an hour 28.
No, you're the only one I have in the world.
Casey. 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 Casey.
Cody? Cody.
Oh my god, it's a comic, dude. What a bait and switch. This movie rocks, dude. Oh my god. So, like, here's the tricky part, alright? You cannot go from, like, a really bad parody, like porn level acting, and then proceed to have a bad movie. So this is where we meet our main character, Cody, who is drawing a comic with his friend called Santa Jaws. They hang out at a local comic book shop. I think they pass it off to their friend Clark, who is trying to talk Cody into coming into the comic book shop Christmas Eve party, but Cody's at a bit of odds because he's going to have to be home to help his parents out at their restaurant for their annual Christmas Eve dinner. That's when Cody proceeds to go home and do a completely normal boy thing, right? And be a voyeur and watch his teenage neighbor take out the trash in leggings, because we've all done that, right? Right? Why? I don't know why they put that in this movie. It's very Anyways, so then Cody's uncle Mikey comes over with his girlfriend Georgia, and this is where we get to meet the whole family. And I gotta tell you, this grandpa is one of my favorite actors on the planet. If I was doing a list, it'd probably be Leo DiCaprio, Lakeith Stanfield, Cody's grandpa. In that order. And when the family's meeting, Grandpa has to introduce himself to Mike's girlfriend, Georgia, and they have a very relatable exchange that is totally realistic.
What do you do?
I'm a model.
Oh, model. For whom?
Snapstagram?
Snapstaham. I don't think I know them.
LOL.
Gesundheit.
It is dialogue like this that makes me want to give myself a toaster bath.
How have you guys been?
Like chickens running around with our heads cut off for the Christmas Eve dinner tomorrow.
Big brother? Who you calling big?
You know that's a dick joke. Because they're brothers, so they probably saw each other naked when they were little. So after we meet the whole family, Cody's mom gets a call from the principal of his school because he drew a very questionable comic strip, and this leads to her grounding him for a week. And of course, he's really upset about that. But hey, that doesn't matter. I think the end of the scene is probably my favorite transition in the whole movie.
Who wants eggnog? Homemade? Made it myself.
So after a rough night, the grandpa decides to give Cody an early Christmas present, which is a magic pen, which he immediately starts using to just retrace a drawing of Santa Jaws while he angrily mumbles to himself. This is purely his Joker origin story. And by the way, when he does this, Santa Jaws comes to life, all right? So this is like the catalyst for the whole movie. And then the next morning, Grandpa Joe is waking him up to go on a secret fishing trip, even though he's grounded.
Grandpa, what time is it?
It's time to go fishing.
Are you serious?
This is very relatable for me, because I remember when my dad used to try and get me to go fishing early in the morning, my 7-year-old self would just be like, fuck off. No, it is not, it's not fishing time, Dad. I'm sorry.
I am very tired and very grounded.
Oh, I know. And I know it's your comic book store Christmas party today. Maybe we can stop by on the way back. What do you think? Our little secret.
If any relative of yours ever tells you that something of yours is our little secret, it should very much not be your little secret. That's just a life tip for you. All right? Has nothing to do with the movie. That's just life advice. So what happens next is probably the creepiest scene in the whole movie. So Cody's walking out to the car and he sees his neighbor, going for a jog and stretching, and Cody just can't help but to stare and trip. And then the grandpa's like, man, what the hell's gotten into you? And he goes to help him up, and he sees this girl across the street. He's like, oh, I get it. And it's like, No! No, Grandpa! This is why girls don't feel like they can jog at night. Because of people like Grandpa Joe. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. I mean, they're just both standing there, just a totally normal girl wearing workout clothes, and like, man, look at that piece of ass. And like, dude, sorry, side note, if we want to talk about ass right now, have you seen that picture of John Lennon going around? This dude's butt crack is nuts. It is like, I woke up one morning and saw this, and like, I don't agree with it, but I get why somebody shot John Lennon. I do. Anyways, the best acting in this whole movie is actually the grandpa when he goes to leave, when he goes to get back in the car. It's awesome.
Just like your grandfather. All right. Now, how about passing me my thermos? Get a little of that eggnog I make every year. I'm bragging about it myself. Oh, yeah. Want a little snort?
Just two boys enjoying some nog. Just two boys nogging it up on the water. What's better than this? Just guys nogging.
Oh, sorry, Grandpa.
That's all right.
What is that noise? That's supposed to be the shark. Just, R.I.P. Grandpa Joe. We're gonna miss you and your homemade eggnog. So, Cody tries to tell the family what happened to Grandpa. They, of course, don't believe him. They ground him an extra week. And my man, Cody, is not happy about it. So who does he go to tell after that? Of course, his friends Clark and Steve at the comic book shop. But the only thing they care about is the shark's pronouns.
Since it's your monster, you should probably get the pronoun right. Santa Jaws is a she. Born to run, she was attacked by the other sharks in a frenzy.
Steve, you're a young king. Steve is just kind of like, yo. I don't care about your grandpa. Let's get one thing straight. This shark has a pussy. So then we hop to the restaurant where Georgia and Cody's dad, Peter, they're, just discussing, stuff like angels. And then the mom comes in and she's about to make her world famous pie.
I'm about to start the pie crust.
Your famous apple?
That's right. Pecans, cheddar cheese, and my homemade whipped cream.
Who puts cheese in a pie? What possesses you to do that? Like, how much do you hate not only your family, but the patrons of your restaurant if you put cheese in an apple pie?
My not-so-secret recipe.
My not-so-secret recipe, which means the word around the neighborhood is they're like, yo, do not go to that restaurant. She makes a nasty-ass cheese pie. Don't do it. Do not do it. You will not poop for a week. So, some more time passes, and we get a scene with Mike and Georgia on a boat. And Georgia's, showing off for Mike and her new bikini, and he's going to need her to take pictures. And it's just like, the thing that upsets me about this movie is that they had this character. They have this character in Georgia, right? Who's kind of ditzy. She's supposed to look good and have all these followers online. And it's just like, you could have had the chick from This Isn't a Beach, This Is a Bathtub. I'm talking about porn star Lisa Ann. You could have had her in this role and it would have made this movie instantly better. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like, sorry, we're going on a side tangent. This is one of my favorite videos.
I see you don't have a lifeguard here at your beach.
I'm not at the beach, this is a bathtub.
I really have no substantial commentary to add to this. I just think everyone needs to know that this exists.
No body of water is safe without a lifeguard.
It's 2 feet deep, lady. What are you doing here?
You can relax. You're safe now. Your lifeguard is here.
Okay.
That was honestly more climatic, more realistic than anything I've seen in this movie so far. God's honest truth.
Aren't you glad you had a lifeguard here to save you?
I guess. What? Wait a minute. You should go. There's no need for you to be here.
I think I should stay, and I think we should have sex.
I love this video. Oh, this movie is so much better if she was in it. Shout out Lisa Ann, a real one. So Mike gets his ass got because he wasn't really bringing anything to this movie. And of course we keep Georgia alive because we have to. She's our comedic relief. So then we go back to Cody and Steve, and they're going by the girl that, you know, Cody's been macking on this whole movie, Jenna. And they're trying to get the comic book back from her, right? Because apparently Clark decided to give Jenna the Santa Jaws comic. Problem, she doesn't have it, but it's not a problem because they're gonna jog to the boat. And when they get to the boat dock, one of the most indescribable scenes take place, and I think we just need to watch it as it unfolds because it makes no sense. We don't know who this man is. We don't know who this man is. I don't know who this man is. This man is not in the movie prior. I don't know if it's supposed to be a cameo. I don't know who this guy is. Whatever you think is about to happen next isn't. So after Cody's parents investigate Mike's boat, they come to realize that the shark is real. Meanwhile, the rest of the group, Cody, Steven, Jenna, Georgia, Josh, they're all at the comic book shop, of course, collecting weapons, because that's where you get weapons to fight something off, right? And Cody accidentally leaves his magical pen there, which we know is going to come up later. And they go to the dock, and they realize that if you read the comics, the only way to attract Santa Jaws is to do Christmas related stuff. So they proceed to play one of the worst Christmas songs.
Turn the lights out on this shark.
I think a lot of the music in this movie is royalty free. I think there's too much royalty free music. Surely they could have got a better Christmas song, but you know they were stoked about that shot. They were stoked about that shot. R.I.P. Georgia. Should have been Lisa Ann.
What do you do?
I'm a model.
For who?
Snapster.
So once the crew realizes that, hey, our tactics aren't working, we're down 2 men, we need to do something else, they're like, okay, we got to use that pen, we got to modify the drawing. Only problem is Clark has it, and Clark's like, I'm gonna do some selfish stuff. So he draws himself a girlfriend and a lot of money. And honestly, props to his drawing ability, because I am pretty sure, like, by the rules of the movie, like the logic of the movie, like it's only as accurate as your drawing, right? So like he must have drawn like a pretty decent woman, like on paper, when like, you imagine if like Clark's like, yeah, this is my girlfriend, and it's just like a stick figure with like 2 boobs on it. So Cody and his brother Josh, they get a hold of the pen, they're updating the drawing, they're like, we'll take her teeth out, we'll make her a gummer, you know what I mean? But she eats a bunch of ornaments, okay, checkmate. And they're like, well, we'll impale her, but not all the way. They give her a horn, a candy cane horn, which you know is gonna lead to an awesome death. I still think the best death is the elf one. R.I.P. Elf. After the boys try 2 drawing modifications and just give up, they reunite with their mom and dad. And this is where the movie goes from okay to great.
I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. That thing is a monster.
No. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I wished that thing into existence. I don't know. I guess I was just angry.
What are you talking about, son?
I drew her and she came to life. And now she's hunting everyone in our family down.
No. This is not your fault, all right? Hey, this is classic global warming. Non-indigenous species roaming into unfamiliar territories. It happens all...
You are not listening to me.
I don't know how to describe this next scene, but other than they decide as a family, the logical solutions, they're like, we're gonna build a catapult and catapult gunpowdered stuffed turkeys. So they stuff turkeys with gunpowder, and they're gonna catapult them at the shark and shoot them with a gun. Because is it too late for a toaster bath? I think one time's good. I'm gonna get the hot water running, actually.
How do we get her over here?
I know one surefire way.
Naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big herd throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanting to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks.
Santa Jaws is coming to town.
All right, lock it down. All right, Tracker, wait for my word. Wait for my word, son.
Go, 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 go!
Fire! Be careful, Josh!
Nice throw!
What? What?
Josh! Josh! Josh!
So we went from hold on. We went from porn level acting, but it's a comic book, to it's a real life comic book, but it's all a dream. Okay, I'll give this movie credit. It surprises you in the ways that you don't expect. Like, it is very unexpected. It is very unexpected. So Cody wakes up, he goes to see his family, and of course they're all alive.
You guys are here?
Hey, Merry Christmas, Cody! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
They weren't going to show us Grandpa Joe without giving us another great Grandpa Joe exchange.
Who wants my famous cinnamon roll?
I'll take 3.
I don't even know. I think this is just how this guy is in real life. I want to meet this guy. This actor's name is Richie Montgomery. Richie, if you're not a grandpa, can you adopt grandchildren? Like, can you adopt a grown adult with children? Because if this is not a grandpa, he needs to be, and we got to figure out a way to make that happen. That's Santa Jaws for you. I mean, say what you want about it. I've seen Jaws once. I've watched Santa Jaws 3 times, and I'll say it's more entertaining. Because I can't name a character out of Jaws. I'll tell you who Papa Joe is, though. And I think there's a key takeaway from this movie, all right? Because Christmas isn't about the presents that we open in the morning. It's about the ass we ate along the way, all right? And with that, Merry Christmas to you, if you're subscribed. If you're not, fuck you. Merry Christmas to Papa Joe. And Merry Christmas to Lisa Ann. Good night.
Who wants my famous cinnamon